This episode is brought to you by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro near you at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.
Let's go out to Kansas City, Missouri, and talk to KIM. What's up, Kim?
Hi, how are you?
Doing remarkable. How about you?
Good.
Good. What's up?
We are trying to figure out when we can retire. I'm 42, my husband's 45, and we feel as though we have a decent number in the bank, but when we do the calculations, it just doesn't seem like enough. And so how do you know when enough is enough?
It's a great question. Great question. Well, the ideal would be to be able to do the calculations and say, okay, ideally, if we could retire around age, I don't know, you can pick your age, 62, how much would be in the investments? How much do we need to live off of at that point in life? Would we have paid off mortgage? Would we really essentially have no debt, no bills? Would we still have a mortgage? What do we want to do in retirement? How much do we want to travel, right? And you kind of figure out your lifestyle and would you be able to live off of, without touching the nest egg is the goal, off of basically the interest that it's going to create. So, I mean, there's, a lot of different ways.
There's a lot of variables there,
a lot of different ways you can slice it. But I think the big question is, are you guys trying to retire early, or are you just like, no, we're just looking at normal retirement age, but we feel like there's not enough?
So we are trying to retire early.
Okay.
Yes. My husband would like to retire yesterday.
How old are you guys?
I'm 42 and he's 45.
Why do y'all want to retire? What's the rush? I'm just curious.
I think we want to do things that we actually enjoy and love instead of just making money.
Okay.
Why are those mutually exclusive in your mind?
Ooh.
Because we are definitely the bootstrap type of people. And so he has worked his whole life at the same company in order to get this nest egg where it is. And so in order to leave, when you've worked for a company for 20 years, that's very difficult. You don't just walk away. And when you're our age, it's a harder game than it used to be to find a job. And so I think he's ready to just be done and do that thing like pick up golf balls on the golf course where maybe you don't have insurance or you don't have a...
Here's the thing. Y'all have created... You've twisted the math, if you will, and not real math, but you've twisted the reality to make it to where it's okay for him to get a new job or to change his life. That makes sense. Here's what I know. Y'all are two hard-charging people who have worked really hard your whole lives. You will go stark raving mad. You
it's not good. It's not. It's honestly, it's not good.
The research says if you just retire to quote unquote do nothing, or if you retire away from a thing, not towards a thing, other than picking up golf balls on a golf course, your body says, okay, cool, we're done, and it starts shutting off. And so I'm interested in what are the things you're trying to escape, and what kind of life do you want to build together, and I think we are built to work. And I think we are wired for purpose. And so you extract those two things out and you put all that on a number. Man, y'all, I just worry about what happens at your 48th birthday. Maybe y'all are like, dude, this is the best life ever. This is awesome. But that doesn't sound like who y'all are.
Sure. I think that we are looking for more flexibility. And so we're trying to figure out what that looks like in the next step.
Sure. Yeah. And I think what we're saying is, you may be in a place, which we haven't got your numbers, so we can dig into that in just a second. But, you can get to a place where you're like, hey, I don't have to do the 9 to 5, but I have this talent over here, this passion for this type of industry or this group of people. And I'm going to put some hours of my week into this service and, figure out a way to still, go travel when I want and do what I can. And maybe you guys worked hard in order to earn that. But when you just stop and do nothing at the age of 45, through the rest of your life for the next 40 years. It's not good. I mean, genuinely, and I know it probably sounds magical because you guys have been working your butts off, but I am telling you, people shut down. I mean, I even see this with, God bless them, they have passed away now, but even different sets of grandparents and the ones that would just sit in the chair and watch cable news all day deteriorated faster than those that was out, they would come to school, they were moving and doing things. You know what I mean?
Just for purpose, yeah.
There's something about this equation that work is just terrible and we got to get out of it. And to kind of reshape that to what John said at the beginning that I think is important, finding something that gets you out of bed in the morning. And again, that can be not as many hours as you guys are working, but I would still have something that you're looking at. And even if it's volunteer, maybe I don't even care about that, but there's something bigger that you're living for and not just golfing?
All right. So how much money do you have?
Quite a bit. So I'm a sole heiress of a real estate Mongol. So quite a bit.
What's quite a bit? 500 million, 5 million,
2 billion,
about 9 million.
2 billion. Do what?
About 9 million.
9 million. Okay.
No, okay. And so is that all still tied up in real estate assets?
So we own our own business. So part of it is, yes, we still have real estate assets that we do still manage on the daily. And then other of it's in investments in the market, other of it's in cash. I mean, it's in a lot of different veins.
So your total net worth is $9 million?
Yes.
Okay. And what does that pay out to you every month?
That's a tough question because we have it all in different buckets. So our business is in one bucket. My husband works full time for another company just to have another source of income. And so everything's bucketed out. So I can't really tell you how much it brings in monthly because we don't look at it at that aspect right now.
Okay. You've got to know what your expenses are, and you've got to know how much you bring in every month.
So we do know those numbers. Yes. So those numbers are hard. We do know like what we bring in every month.
Which is what?
About 9,000.
Okay. So that like the rental incomes and if you've got derivatives coming in and his paycheck, all that adds up to about $9,000 a month is what y'all make?
That is just what our business pays me and what his job pays him. We don't touch any of our investments outside of that, and we take nothing out of our business other than what it pays me.
Okay. So what do y'all owe? Are y'all good
Nothing.
for the next 20 years on cars, house, everything?
Yeah, we own nothing on anything.
Okay, so if you were to, quote unquote, retire next month, let's just play that game. Where are you going to be getting money from?
We would still have our investments. So we would still have our real estate side of our business that brings in approximately $40,000 a year. That's just what pays us. It brings in more than that, but that's the portion that we use for salary.
Okay, but what would you do?
Then,
you can't. Okay, yeah, keep going.
And then we have investments in the market that we'd have to start using. We'd have to pull off from those, which we haven't done before.
How much are in those?
About $3 million.
Okay, and is the real estate? Do you own it now? Like, did your parents?
Yeah.
Like, it's been passed to you, so you have full ownership.
Yes.
Your name's on it and everything.
Correct.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yes.
So you have $3 million in. I don't have a calculator.
It's in the market. Like, so is it in?
Yes, just in the market.
Okay.
Okay.
So could you guys live off of $250 a year, or does that feel like less than what you guys live off of now?
Oh, we live off way less than that now.
You do?
We live
Okay.
off of probably about 120 on a good year.
Okay. So what I would probably do, Kim, honestly, is I would sit down with a financial planner and map all this out because of your assets and what you guys have. That doesn't always mean, obviously, it's all liquid. I mean, hopefully, like there is money coming off of those assets that you guys can use and live off of. But I want you to get some more concrete numbers and figure out. So the only like red flag I always have with like, it's kind of that FIRE movement is what it's called. Like they try to retire early.
Yep. That's my husband's on. It's fire right now.
Okay. So the two downsides to those is all what we talked about at the beginning of the call is that you lose any level of motivation to do anything.
Purpose, motivation, community, everything.
And it eats you from the inside out over time. It does. So that's one negative. And the other negative is how life changes and how your lifestyle might change. So you guys might be great living how you are right now, but 62-year-old Kim may be super bougie and is like, well, I want to go on this type of Mediterranean cruise. And it's like, well, we can't do that this year. We got, and you're like, man, I wish we could. I don't know why your preferences may change over time and you're kind of locked into one way of living
right
for the rest of your life too. But the $9 million changes it. So I would sit down I really would, and look at all your assets and to be able to figure out, okay, what can this roll off of and how can we be smart about it so that this can take us long term. But that purpose and meaning thing is big, Kim.
I want your husband to quit his job and then y'all figure out him getting a new job for a year and try that.